My name is Howard Woodrow, and I would like to talk about two of the three windows on the east side of our sanctuary. These three windows were all installed in 1970, and they all commemorate the short but extraordinary life of Dave Roger and his many years of service to the church, the youth, and the community. The first of these windows was a gift from the 1st Lacombe Scout Troop, a tribute on behalf of all youth in Lacombe. I had the honor of being one of Dave's original scouts, and after my active scouting years, returned to be an assistant scoutmaster under his leadership, which was a very rewarding experience. I witnessed firsthand the extraordinary moral and Christian example he provided to all us boys. The Boy Scout crest acknowledges his leadership in the movement. Under the crest is the inscription in memory of Dave, our scoutmaster. Dave arrived in Lacombe in the spring of 1952 from Melfort, Saskatchewan. In the fall of 1952, under his initiative, scouting began, with 6 patrols of 45 boys being involved. He had been a Boy Scout leader in Saskatchewan and immediately saw a need in Lacombe, as the scouting movement was dormant at that time. He stepped up to the task and led the scout troop from 1952 until ill health forced him to stop in 1969. He was a much-loved, charismatic, and inspirational leader for all boys. Under his dynamic and caring leadership, the enrollment grew rapidly to more than 70 boys. He is credited with revitalizing scouting movement in Lacombe. In one daring venture, Dave organized to take more than 70 scouts to Expo 67 in Montreal. With only himself and Reverend Brick Thackeray as escorts, these boys were given one of the best life lessons in loyalty, responsibility, and self-reliance. More of Dave's projects with the Scouts included the first annual Scout Bean Supper in the spring of 1953, which continues today, and also the many much anticipated summer camps, traveling by private school bus to various campsites in Alberta. At the top of the window is the Alpha Omega symbol. This is a Christian symbol adapted from the book of Revelations, referring to Jesus. I am the Alpha and the Omega, meaning the beginning and the end. Dave lived this example. This center window is labeled in loving memory of David A. Roger, 1911-1970. This was a gift from the congregation of St. Andrews, commemorating his 18 years of selfless and tireless service to the life of St. Andrews. Not enough can be said of the contributions he made. Upon his arrival in Lacombe in 1952, he became a Sunday school teacher to the senior boys, which often numbered over 20. Simultaneously, he was Sunday school superintendent from 1954 to 1969, and there would be in excess of 250 children in open session in the CE auditorium. He joined the choir and was director for a number of years. At the same time, Dave made valuable contributions to the community leadership and the music culture of Lacombe and surrounding area. The burning bush symbolizes his strong Presbyterian roots in Saskatchewan. He was known as a very devout Christian who believed in a life of service to others. At the top of the window is the St. Andrew's cross, signifying his new Christian home here in Lacombe.
My name is Shealagh McClelland, and like Howard, I had the privilege to know this extraordinary man. I will speak to the third window installed in honor of Dave Roger. This window was a gift from Lacombe and District Centennial Choir. I was a young member of this choir, which had members ranging in age from young teens to seniors, and Dave made each of us feel important and needed. Dave assembled and directed this choir as a salute to Canada's 100th birthday. At its peak, it exceeded the symbolic number of 100 singers. Most were members of other choirs Dave had formed and conducted. Many were from St. Andrews. The choir performed widely across central Alberta and was featured on CBC radio and television in 1967. With little formal training in music, Dave assembled and conducted several choirs within the community. Most notable of these are the male chorus, which performed from 1952 until Dave's passing in 1970, and the Lacombe Choral Society, which performed between 1955 and 1958. The top segment of the window contains a harp, an ancient symbol of music to which Dave had devoted much of his life. The scroll contains a verse beginning with a voice of singing. This is the name given to the record album produced by the Centennial Choir. This verse is from the first song on the album. As an aside, I was a member of the Sunday school when Dave was superintendent. During the open sessions referred to by Howard, his enthusiasm kept us orderly and singing for about half an hour before we went out to our classes.